It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we've got the Chargers' burner at wide receiver. He was a game breaker last week, over 200 yards receiving. It's the Chargers and the Titans, and it's all up next.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they can be well set up for the rest of the year.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
Here we go.
Lance going to put it up right away. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
Well, this defense certainly knows they're going to have their hands full trying to slow down this passing game. Here's an example on the very first play from scrimmage. I think we'll see some different looks, maybe some pressure from different places, but it didn't work there, and it's a quick first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. And they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Throwing now is Lance. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Check in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 12 carries, 56 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. sacked back at the 29. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So the Charger offense making its way out, and at the controls is the league's second leading passer a year ago. At 25 years of age, out of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
The Chargers just continue to improve and take steps forward under the quiet leadership of Herbert, who's been the most productive quarterback in league history through his first 3 seasons. Over 4,700 yards last year. He's expecting to crack the 5,000-yard mark in this season.
This is Perry. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Going out wide, finds Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
He gets it complete to A.T. Perry. Now he's free to midfield. And down right around the 37. A big play there for L.A. 48 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Herbert running left off the option. And a promising start as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. 11 yards is the gain on the keeper there, but now it's third down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ballgame, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? Third and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on third and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
There's Robinson showing the flash. There to stop him, Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. Well, this defense for the Chargers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. Now Lance. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
3-3, a tight one after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. And his throw is incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. The slot man in motion right. Oh, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and a give to Robinson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading 1st half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his 1st career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his 2nd one.
Here we go. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Lance. Short pass caught by Henry. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's not critical about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here's Lance to throw it. That's to the veteran. It's Robert Woods. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. To throw, it's Lance. Another targeting catch for Robert Woods. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. And Lance now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Robinson. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Here we go, set. Cut.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The Lance going to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown! Jerry Jeudy, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Chargers ready to take over. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 41 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And again, it's Chubb. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd down and 9. And Chubb will try the middle here. Oh, a solid stiff arm and some open field. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now Herbert got to get him to the line in a hurry. Second down, here's Chubb again. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And that is incomplete. Fourth down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him, and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Lance. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw again. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Charger drive about to get going. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Play action. It's Herbert. They'll roll him out right. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. will start up at Highmark.
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 17-7 at the 20-yard line.
Now it's Herbert. Oh, he stays up. And his throw here is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Chargers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's right through, and we are now tied at 13. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Lance. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing, timing, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there. Threw it behind him. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. Gets around him. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They toss it left side to Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Credit the defense there to Quay Walker getting behind the line of scrimmage before they could rip off any sort of a gain. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They run it again with Chubb. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Skirts by at the 15. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. They go up the middle with Chubb. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. The tight end Kelce has it over the middle. They'll give him 4 yards there. And 3rd and 8 now. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. Caught! It's the tight end Kelce for a Charger touchdown. Travis Kelce, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Chargers have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace?
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Titans 13. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And the Titans getting set to go. They trail 20-13 our score as they have it 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
First and 10. at the 37-yard line.
Back to throw. Lance. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Robinson will try to pick it up. There he goes, right side. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Titans. Bijan Robinson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie things at 20 all. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish, all tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Second down, here's Chubb again. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. From the gun, Herbert on third down. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Now inside the 25. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Robinson again. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Bijan Robinson, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans have broken our tie and have taken a fourth quarter lead. But just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. They begin this drive with Chubb. get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. And now they're in the hurry-up.
It's a gain of 7. That brings up 2nd and
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 105 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw here complete to Kelsey. He's into space past the 25 and down to the 16-yard line. Here's Chubb on the read option. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Herbert.
This defense knows 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Herbert. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
They'll run with Chubb, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Herbert running left off the option. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Christian Watson. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. On the stop was Aaron Donald. 2nd and 6 coming up.
It's now 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. Flush to his right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the 1st down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Well, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call. defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
David Ajabo running in to take him down. Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is third down now. Robinson up the middle.
Across the 30 to the 31-yard line.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
L.A. readies for its next possession. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Herbert. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. This from long, very long range. And as is to be expected, this is nowhere near being good from that distance. And that changes everything here in OT. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Titans who will control the football first here in overtime as we're back underway. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
Still first in.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. First throw in overtime for Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. A huge play there in overtime. 41 yards.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Another run for Gibbs here.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 19.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Chubb.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
So it's a win here for the L.A. Chargers, and it was thanks to the fine play of their quarterback, CD, Justin Herbert.
Yeah, he was in complete control of this offense. He had 3 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And to be honest, he really made it look easy out there.
So for L.A., it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.